was just another ordinary afternoon on a busy city street, but what happened there became a moment no one who witnessed it would ever forget. The sun beat down on the cracked road, vehicles honked impatiently, and in the midst of the chaos, an auto rickshaw sat parked on the side. Its driver, a middle-aged man with tired eyes and sweat trickling down his face, looked around nervously. He had pulled over for a short break, never realizing that trouble was already walking toward him. A tall police officer, baton tapping against his palm, strode over with authority in his steps. His shadow loomed large over the driver as he barked, "License! Show me your papers. Parking here is illegal." The driver scrambled, fumbling in his pocket for the documents. His hand shook as he handed them over, whispering, "Sir, please check. Everything is valid. My license, insurance, all of it. I haven't done anything wrong." The officer barely glanced at the papers before smirking. He shoved them back into the man's hands and said coldly, "Valid or not, it doesn't matter. Pay me 2,000 rupees and I'll let you go." The words hit the driver like a hammer. 2,000 rupees. More than what he earned in a week of long, grueling days under the scorching sun. His voice cracked as he pleaded, 2,000? Sir, I hardly earn that in a week. Please? I've done nothing wrong. The officer snapped, thrusting out his hand. Spare me the drama. Everyone pays. That's how this system works. Pay up, or I'll tow your auto right now. His voice was sharp, loud enough for nearby people to hear. A small crowd had already begun to gather. The driver's eyes filled with tears, humiliation burned in his chest. He wanted to resist, but fear was stronger, fear of losing his vehicle, fear of being dragged to the station on false charges, fear of being beaten for daring to protest. His shoulders slumped as his trembling hands reached for his pocket. But before he could pull out a single rupee, a clear, strong voice cut through the air. Stop! Haven't you got any shame? Is extorting money from the poor what you call law enforcement? All heads turned. A young woman stepped forward from the crowd, her eyes fierce, her posture unshaken. She looked directly at the officer, her words striking like arrows. The officer's glare darkened. And who are you to interfere? Mind your own business, girl, before I throw you in the lockup too. But she didn't flinch. Her voice grew firmer. I am a citizen of this country. Every citizen has the right to speak against corruption. Tell me, are you a protector of the law, or just another thief in uniform? The crowd buzzed with murmurs. Some whispered in fear, others in admiration. The driver's chest swelled a little, courage flickered inside him. He finally found his voice and added, She's right, sir. What you're doing is wrong. I shouldn't have to pay when I've broken no law. The officer's temper exploded. He slammed his baton against the side of the auto, making a loud, threatening bang. Silence! Both of you. Do you know who you're talking to? I can throw you in jail without a second thought. The threat hung in the air, but the young woman remained calm. Without a word, she pulled out her phone and raised it high, recording. Her voice rang out loud enough for everyone to hear. Everyone, look carefully. This officer is demanding a bribe from an innocent man. If justice exists, this video will expose him by tomorrow. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Phones came out, dozens of cameras now pointed at the officer. Whispers turned into chants. Stop corruption. We want justice. Stop corruption. We want justice. The officer's confidence cracked. Beads of sweat rolled down his forehead. He glanced around nervously, the weight of dozens of eyes pressing down on him. Trying to salvage his authority, he forced a fake smile. Hey, relax. You misunderstood. I was just joking. Testing the man, that's all. But the young woman's eyes were cold and steady. Human dignity is not a joke. Power doesn't give you the right to exploit the poor. People like you poison the system. And this recording will show your true face to everyone. The officer stammered, unable to reply. His hands clenched around his baton, but his voice was gone. The driver, overwhelmed with gratitude, dropped to his knees, trying to touch her feet. His voice broke with emotion. "Sister, today you saved my honor. May God bless you." She quickly lifted him back up, shaking her head. "No, brother. Your honor lies in your courage. You spoke up today. Remember, when ordinary people stand together, no corrupt policeman can survive." The crowd erupted into cheers, clapping, chanting her name, their voices echoing off the buildings. "Justice! Justice! Justice!" Red-faced and humiliated, the officer stormed back to his jeep, muttering under his breath, "You'll regret this." But his words carried no weight anymore. His authority had crumbled before the strength of truth. The young woman's voice rose one final time, clear and powerful above the roar of the crowd. "The only ones who regret are the corrupt, when truth exposes them. Until we speak against injustice ourselves, corruption will never end. Silence feeds the oppressor. Courage starves him." The chants grew louder, thunderous now. "Down with corruption! Down with corruption!" For the first time in a long time, the poor and powerless felt the rush of victory, not because the system had changed overnight, but because someone dared to stand up and others found the courage to follow. And in that moment, under the hot city sun, a street full of strangers discovered what true justice looks like, not written in law books, but alive in the voices of ordinary people uniting against injustice.